So what is the hardest part of rendering this? I have my flats here. These are her flats. They're her actual colors. Her actual colors meaning without any light or darkness. The hardest part is finding these colors here. And you're asking, what are these colors here? I have a layer here set to linear burn for the skin and linear burn also again. This layer will be for the clothes. I separate the skin and the clothes so that I have different colors here. So these colors, probably I'll go with this one, is for the clothes shadows, and this color here is for the skin shadows. These colors are without it being affected by the linear layer filters, and that's why, see these shadow colors here, they're gonna go on my shadow layers here. I got one for the skin and one for the clothes. However, those colors live on here. This is just a normal layer, and what I put on my color palette layer are my colors without being affected by filters from the linear burn layer. So that when I select one of these colors and then I grab my lasso fill tool and make sure I'm on my clothes layer, and then I start rendering the shadows. Like this scarf is obvious in the back and this on a linear layer, so different colors would react differently. But the shadow, so there's probably a shadow under here, there's some folds for the shadow, and you get the idea. I can also use this for the hair as well, and that's what color, these colors are obviously all different, but they react differently because my layer is set to linear burn. And same thing with the skin, so I can't use this color here for the skin. That's why we have this color here. So if we select this color and then draw on the skin, make sure we're in the skin layer, we draw on the skin, it'll create that shadow I'm looking for. Now you might look at that and be like, what, that's not a shadow? Then comes the next step. My opacity for my lasso fill has to go down, and then we try again and we have a shadow. Probably be a shadow here, probably a shadow there, a shadow here, and we repeat that process for those two different colors, and that's how we start rendering. Now everything I told you is kind of useless unless you figure out actually where the light in this is coming from, and we can also test that easily by masking out some shadow and seeing what looks as far as light, as far as shadow. So maybe the shadow can come from that side and the light is coming from that side, or we just erase the layer and we keep trying again. So imagine the light is coming from this way, right? So that means all this would be in shadow, this would be in shadow, and these would be in shadow, something like this. And once you're satisfied with a direction, you're actually clear, and take a mental note that that's where the light's coming from based on that information. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna get to work. Peace.